No intro, no outro, straight fire. Back at it again with a weekly outlook. So it is 9:19 p.m. Central Time, which is 10:19 p.m. Eastern Time. We're just going to take a breakdown look at the dollar index. So quick market update for today and pretty much kind of what I'm looking for the rest of the week. Um, so far, the dollar index, as you can see, cleared Monday's highs. When the dollar index takes out Monday's highs like that, it puts the dollar in a position where we could see potentially shift for selling pressure. However, due to how I trade, just a little bit waiting for more confirmation. If I'm expecting the dollar weakens, if I'm expecting dollar weakness, excuse me, then the pairs, as you already know, that start with USD, such as USD CHF, USD JPY, USD CAD, are templated to sell. And any pairs that have the USD on the end, like Euro USD, Great British Pound USD, AUD USD, NZD USD, are templated for buys. Now, I will say this, that today's market didn't really have as much volume as I like it to see, especially for the dollar index. Um, and a matter and that matters because Tuesday and Wednesday, as stated before in my previous video, often help set the high and the low of the week. So for most of my peers right now, I'm not really rushing anything. I'm waiting to see what price actually wants to do, because we trade what we see and not what we think, and not what we predict. So we wait for confirmation. So really the two pairs that I'm really watching right now are USD CHF, which I have them flagged, and I'll go over that at USD CHF and USD JPY, and I'll go over that at a later time once I run through my list. So pretty much the reason why I'm eyeing them is because both of them had previous week sweep, which is already a setup that I like. And then when you add that confluence with the dollar index potentially rolling over, that's another good sign that price may want to drop. But again, none of that means anything until I get my confirmation. So as of right now, I have no pending orders, no forcing trades, and I'm literally just sitting on my hands waiting until close of market tomorrow. And I'm also not interested in trading the daily sweeps right now, which I already mentioned in how I'm taking and looking at the market for this year. I'm pretty much looking for the bigger moves, and I want to catch a cleaner weekly type push if that market gives it to me. Just more pips, better risk to reward. So yeah, so let's go through this list. So as you can see, it is, like I said already, daily high was taken. Tuesday and Wednesday set the high and low of the week, being the fact that this was pretty much Tuesday's high. Tuesday's high. So we know that Wednesday made the high of the week. So what I'm looking for now is seeing how price plays out, and then hopefully we get a sweep of previous day's week, and then we get a close below the POC so that we can have this drop down right here. AUD USD. So AUD USD took out Monday's highs and also took out Monday's lows. Monday's lows right here, Monday's highs. Quick scalping opportunity, since it took out Monday's lows second, just enter in on the POC, and then ride it up. Truth be told, this is not valid because price closed below the POC, so I wouldn't even be considering this. So really just waiting for clearing of previous week's high and previous week's low. EUR USD is ranging right in between Monday's range, and also didn't take out previous week's high and previous week's low, so sitting on my hand with this one. Great British Pound USD, as you can see, it took out Monday's highs. If I was trading how I was trading last time, my previous time before I was like, hey, I just need to change the weekly range, I would have entered in on the POC right there and wrote it down. That would have gave me a 3.29. It's still a possibility, but I'm just kind of waiting for, again, the bigger move. So what price could do is touch this POC right here, hit me in, reverse down, take out previous week's lows, and then when it takes out previous week's lows, buys up. That matches my confluence with the US dollar. So, a win is a win with that one. But again, I'm just waiting for price to take out my previous week's low before I enter into the trade. NZD USD. Price took out Monday's highs on Tuesday right here. Again, not how I trade anymore, but if I should enter in on quick shorts, enter in below the POC, write it down to either Monday's range or the weekly range. You know, I like intervals of 10s, 5s, weekly range. But again, that's not how I trade anymore. So not interested in catching in on this trade. And what price would likely do, reverse back to the POC, come back down, hit the weekly low, previous week's low, and then shoot up. USD CAD, same thing. USD CAD did what? Take out Monday's lows and close above the POC. So again, enter in on the POC, stop loss below, 25 pips. And then again, another clean entry to where price taps into the POC, reverses his previous week's high, reverses, comes all the way down to get to previous week's low. USD CHF, what did it do? Took out previous week's high. As of right now, Monday it made the high of the week. I honestly foresee Wednesday coming up, reprinting a bigger high, and then coming down. Again, just gotta wait and see what price wants to do. And then last but not least, USD/JPY. As you can see, USD/JPY definitely cleared everything, and we're currently all the way up here. So what I want to see is a close below the POC and the drop down. So there's that. Again, I'm not interested in trading daily sweeps. I'm looking for the bigger move. So I'll see you guys on Friday for the weekly recap. I might even drop a quick video on Thursday, depending on how I feel, just to update you all on what I'm watching and what's starting to line up. If you're trading this week, stay patient, stay disciplined, and don't let boredom turn into bad decisions. Again, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.